Alright folks, well today I've got a out of gamut tip for you. It sounds a little bit weird, but so what we're going to talk about is what the out of gamut warning is here and how you can make use of it. So if you're curious to know whether or not the colors that you're using in your photo are in the gamut or the color space for CMYK, because chances are you're working in RGB, and you want to see if they're in the color space for CMYK, if they'll be reproduced well, just go into the View menu to Gamut Warning. Okay, and that turns it on, and that Gamut Warning, see all those gray colors that you see there, or that gray color? That's telling you that those colors are out of gamut for your working color space. Now, what is that color space? Well, if you go to the View menu, you go to Proof Setup, you see here it says Working CMYK. So that's what it's basing it against. It's looking at the colors in this RGB photo, and it's saying, are they in the working CMYK color space? So if I go over here back up to View and I change this to something else, then those could very well change. For example, if I changed it to Windows RGB, you won't see any gray there because it's saying, here's my RGB image, I'm using Windows, I'm looking to see if it's going to be in the gamut of the RGB space, and it is. There's nothing wrong with it. So that's how this all works. I'll change it back to working CMYK, and again go to Gamut Warning, and that turns it on and also off. Also, you can click on your color picker, and when you have that option turned on, any colors inside this picker will pop up in this gray color as well. So you can see the CMYK space tends to work very well with the reds and the yellows. As I get into greens, it kind of loses some of its options here. You can see it doesn't reproduce all the greens that we have in RGB, as well as many of the blue colors. But as I get toward the pinks and the reds, we're back to happy times again. So just keep that in mind as you're working with your RGB and your CMYK images. Now, one of the things I'm going to ask you to check out, and I'm only going to mention it because it's my book and I have to. It's an Elements book, but a lot of you who watch this use Elements, or you have a family member that uses Elements. So that's what this book is geared to. It's how to make people look their very best. It's restoration and retouching, and it's all about people. So if you have a family member that uses Elements, if you use Elements, go check it out. It's on Amazon. You can pick it up for 24 bucks, or go to PhotoshopElementsUser.com. Okay, PhotoshopElementsUser.com, and you can buy it for about the same price you can on Amazon, and you'll get a signed copy from me, which may or may not decrease or increase the value of your book. So go check it out if you know somebody using Elements. Thanks.